So, dear friends, our today's topic is condition control and looping in the Python. So, what is the looping? Looping means what? We repeat the sequence of statement. Okay, we repeat sequence of statement repeatedly. Okay, that is called as what? Looping. Okay, so looping, you can say in short, code is carried out repeatedly. So repeatedly we run some code that is called as what? Looping. So in Python, there is condition control loop. Okay. So there are two types of loop in the Python. There are two types of loop in the Python. One is called as while loop and second is called as for loop. Okay. There are two types of loop, while loop and for loop. In Python, there are two types of the loops, while loop and for loop. Okay. So I will say how to implement this. Okay. How to implement this for loop and while loop. Okay. How to implement that we will see. So I will just share the PPT. Okay. So when we want to do repeated tasks or we have to repeat the sequence of statement, then that is called as loop. And there are two ways we can do in the Python. One is called as while loop, and other is called as for loop. Okay, other is called as for loop. There are two types of loops. So we'll see the first type of loop called as for loop. Okay. So please understand, only for will come, loop will not come. Loop is the condition where the things are repeated. Okay. Loop is what? This is a repeated task. Okay. It is a repeated task that is called as a loop. Okay. Now we will take this example. How do we write a loop? Please understand. So we write first for, then we write I. We write any variable. Okay. Suppose here it is I, and then we write in, I and in, then space, then we write from what sequence we want to write. Okay. So suppose I want to write from the A. A here. A is what? List. A is what? List. Please understand. A is what? List. This list contain, we have already taken list type of data which can contain number, maybe integer, float, can contain a string, can contain logic. Okay. And I also mentioned that a list can be added, appended, or maybe removed. Okay. Particular component can be removed. Okay. So we'll just type this program. I will go to the online compiler again. Program is that I will also again put for you. I will also write this compiler. Compiler given the link. Now I will go and share the compiler. Okay. I have to go to again compiler. Now maybe you can see now this. Again, go compile. Okay, I am in compiler now. So again, I mentioned here, we use hash here to indicate that the line need not to be executed by program. So like here I write use of for loop. Now in first example, in the first example, now what I have to write here, I will just write one list. Please understand this start with the square bracket, end with the square bracket. So I'm writing here Homer. Please understand when we write a string, we have to write in the double quote. Okay. Homer, Akbar, Anthony. Okay, so I have made one list. Now I want to print this. Okay. The content of my list. So I will use for loop for, then I have to write some variable I. What is syntax? For name of variable I, then in. From which group I have to print? I have to print from the A. And then we have to write the colon. Colon we have to write, not semicolon. Okay, colon. Then you enter. Okay. So please understand, if I start here and if I say print here, print I here, so I will not be in the loop. Please understand. Okay. Unlike in other language, what we do, we provide the brackets to indicate that it is a part of loop. Okay. But here what we have to do is, we have to give the tab. So program will understand this print is part of this loop. If I do this like this, then print will not be part of the loop. Print will not be part of loop. So to make the print as part of loop, so I have to give one tab. Okay. So it uses the indentation. That is white loop for giving the limits of the blocks. Okay. So I am printing inside the block. So what is the syntax? For space variable. So I use here I. I is from I. Then syntax is in, from which I have to print from the list A. Then give the colon. Okay. To give the colon, that is syntax of the for. Then what I will print? I will print I from the A. So first it will print Amar, then Akbar, and then so I will just execute this program. Run this program. So it has printed. Okay. It has printed the list. It has printed the list. I will send this program to you to try. So please don't forget that you have to give the space for print. Okay. Then and then it will take it as a part of that loop. If you left margin is same for print also, then it will not be executed. Okay. It will not be executed. I will just do here like this. It is giving the error message. Okay. Let's give the error message. But if you do the tab here, then you will take. Then it will take. You try at your end. Okay. Please try at your end. Now we'll go to the next program. Now in this next program, we'll go to the next program. Here we'll use the loop to print the alphabets. What we'll do here, we'll print the alphabet from one name, Gonzalez. Okay. We'll print the letters in the name Gonzalez. For that, we'll use the for loop. So I will say for loop, for, then variable x, in what? Then you have to give the code. In what? This name Gonzalez. Then give the colon. Now print, we have to write after tab so that it is a part of this loop. So it will print x. Then we give this command like this. Then what it will print? Actually, it will print the each and every letter of the word. Okay. So, and what I am doing simultaneously, I am counting the numbers. Okay. So I have initiated here y equals to 0. Now when in counter, it will go on adding 1. Every time this loop is executed, it will increase the value of y, and at the end I will print. Okay, so this print is not at the same level, but it is after completing this loop. Print is after completing the for loop. That's why it is at the first location, left location. Okay, without tab. Okay, it is without tab. So I'll just run this program. So it will count number of the letters, alphabet. Okay, maybe repeated. Okay, number of alphabets in the name Gonzalez. So it will print each and every letter. Okay. So that is the case. So you try this at your end. What this program is doing, it is printing the letters in the name. And also counting the number of letters. Okay. So I'll just paste this program in the browser. So this is the program. I'll post right here. Program to count number of letters in word. So here we have given the name, but we can also read this name from the user, from the usable. You can try at your end. So for loop, we can also use string like this. We have used here Gonzalez. Now for loop, we can also use the range. That example I will take. I will take the example of range. So I'll just type the program. Can also use the range here. We'll say range 3. Then print x. It will print x, whatever it is taking. And it will go on adding how many times that loop is executed, y will be counted. Okay. So I will say number of times it is repeated. Number of times loop repeated is. So I accidentally double quote here. Okay, so we can also use range. Range 3 means what? It will not be 3. Please understand, when we use range, it is a lower number, highest number will not be executed. Okay. Below that, okay, and then there we write the increment. If you don't write increment, it is 1. Increment is 1. And in the range, if you write only one single number, it is the highest number, okay, which will not be executed. So it will be here 0, 1, 2. 3 will not be there. Starting number is 0. Please understand, not 1. Starting number is what? Starting number is 0, not 1. Okay. So the loop is repeated for 3 times. So for this, we use the range. So what we use? We use least variable. Then we use string. We use string, then it will print the letters. Now we are using the range. So range is simply whatever we write that many times it is repeated. Like I'm writing 3 times, it is repeated 3 times. So I'm just pasting this program. You may try at your end. You may try at your end. So we are seeing today the looping. Looping is it is repeated many times. It is repeated many times. So range we have done here. So whenever when we go for this looping, we have to initiate. Okay. So we want to do the summation, like I wanted to see how many times the loop is repeated. So I started with y is equals to 0. And to this, every time 1 is added. So first time it will be 0 plus 1 will be 1. Next time 1 plus 1 will be 2. Next time 2 plus 1 will be 3, like this. So we have to initiate some variables for looping. Okay, please understand here. Like, so I initiated here. Why? Because I want to calculate how many times it is repeated. Okay. So now what I will do, I will take one program where we will use loop as well as we'll use dictionary data. You already say dictionary data is what? Please understand, when we link two variables, okay? Like we earlier link mobile number with the name, roll number with the name. Now, in this one example, I will link the name of the, you can say, like in movie Amar Akbar Anthony, the Amar was played by Vinod Khanna like this. We can link the names of the artists with the part performed in the movie. Okay. I'll just bring my program. So I use dict type of data here. Okay. So I am defining dict type of data as the stars. So Amar was played in the Amar Akbar Anthony by Vinod Khanna. So I'm saying Amar is linked to the Vinod Khanna. So we link. So when we use dict data, so we use what? Curly bracket. Okay, you will see. I'm linking Amar. Part Amar was played by Vinod Khanna. Akbar was played by Rishi Kapoor. And Anthony was played by Amitabh Bachchan. Okay, please understand. Now there are two things. When I use the for loop, say for I in stars, colon, if I print I, when I print I, it will print the first of the pair. First of the pair, like in Ammar Vinod Khanna pair. What is first? Ammar. If I print I, it will print the Ammar. Okay. Then it will print Akbar. Then it will print the Anthony. Now next what I'm doing in the same loop, I'm printing I, then giving dash, and then what I'm doing, printing stars dot I. When I say stars dot I, what happens? It will print the letters. It will print the names which are linked to the first one. Okay. Like suppose Amar is linked to what? Vinod Khanna. Okay. Akbar is linked to what? Rishi Kapoor. Like this. Okay. So I'll just print this, run this program. You can see here. When I printed I, it is printing first is Amar, second is Akbar, third one is Anthony. Now it is printing the pair. Like I printing I, so I is the first we can say word, and when I say the name of the list, square bracket I, then it is printing the second in the pair. Okay, like second in Amar is what? Vinod Khanna. Amar part was played by Vinod Khanna. Akbar was played by Rishi Kapoor, and Anthony was played by Amitabh Bachchan. Like this. Okay, so you try this. So you try this program. I'll just copy this. in the browser, this WhatsApp. Please understand here the tab is important, okay? Here print I and print I, comma are at one tab. So they are inside the for loop, okay? They are inside the for loop. If you make it to the first line, the program will not work. If you do like this, program will not work. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to put tab, and then it will work. Okay. Similarly, we can make the pair of cities. We make pair of countries and capital, and make this list data type. Okay. Please understand, you need to submit 5 working programs during the feedback, so that we'll provide on the last day. That will provide on the last. Okay. Okay. So you try this program. Here I use the dig data type as well as for loop. The name of the list is here was stars. Okay, any name you can give. So if you want to print first name in the pair, then you print I. If you want to print second, the name of the list square bracket I. Then it will print the second name in the pair. Okay, try this. I will take one more problem. Now what happens here, we are just executing the loop here, but there may be instances like we may be interested to break the loop because of some condition is existing. Okay. So I will tell you how to break the loop. Okay. So what happens, sometimes something occurs and we need to break the loop. Okay. So we have to put the condition for breaking. We have to put the condition for breaking the loop. So I will take one example where you can break the loop. This is an example where I'm breaking the loop. So here again I have taken loop. Okay, so I have taken here list. With the list contain the names. So here I have used a list containing different names like Amitabh, Shahrukh, Salman, and Akshay. Okay, now I have applied one loop for X in stars then you put colon. Then I am giving condition for breaking. What is condition for breaking? I am giving, if the suppose x is equal to, okay, so you put a double equal, okay, to check the equality. We put here double equal to check the equality. It becomes Salman. Then I am telling by putting colon break. By putting the colon, I am telling the break. Okay. So this loop will break if the x is Salman. Okay. If x is Salman, it will break. Okay. If this is not happening, then it will execute the next line. That is a print. It will print x in the stars. So x in star first, it will Amitabh, Shah Rukh, Salman, then it will print Akshay Kumar. But before that, what we have given condition that if x occurs to be Salman, it will break. Okay, so you just run the program. So what do we expect here? It has been printed only Amitabh, Shah Rukh, not Salman, because once the Salman occur, I told to break the loop. I told it to break the loop. Okay, so it is not going from Salman to Akshay like this. Okay. So you just try this program. So it is the breaking the loop. It is program on breaking the loop. Very clear? So we also need to break the loop if required. Okay. So I will copy that. You try this. Okay. You try this. So what we are seeing the for loop. Okay. Then after the break, okay. So you can do this. Now we'll take while loop after this break. Okay. So I will see whether there is any program left from this. Now one more program that I will take is some of the numbers from the list. Okay. Some of the numbers from the list. Okay. Now what we'll see, will you use the loop and for loop, and we'll add the numbers from the list. Okay. We'll add the number from the list. Okay. So here it is given some eval. What does it mean by eval? Okay. So this is the syntax for this. So you have to give eval, then input the enter the list. Here we can enter the what is called as list. And what program is doing is addition of number in the list. So we start whenever we want to do some summation, then we have to initiate the variable. So we have to give some initial value to the variable. So we give the 0. Give the initial value to the variable. Okay, we are going to y is equals to 0. Here we apply the for loop for x in A. Then with the tab y is equals to y plus x. Y is equals to y plus x. Then print that. Print the y. After repeating many times this loop, it will print. Okay, it will print. Okay. So you print this. So for the list, we can directly give a comma. Okay, or as per the syntax of this list, like square bracket, complete. Then enter, it will do the summation of this number. Okay, so we have seen how to read the list and operate that list. Okay. Okay, so just what I will do now, I will print A. Suppose I have given 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It will do